Hello, everybody. 大家好. Thank you for coming to this talk about the dual degree program. So this is the dual degree program. In 5 years, students graduate with 2 degrees, not 2 majors, 2 degrees. Okay, so this is Betty. I come to UST about 10 years ago, but prior to that, I was a country manager for high-tech companies, also a consultant, and also I did 10 years of product development in the Silicon Valley. And this is why, way back in 2003, we came back to Hong Kong in 1993. And back then, I saw that in Hong Kong, the education is more classical, and we believe the future requires another kind of education. I went to US when I was 11 years old, and I'm from Taiwan, and I noticed Asian kids, once they go to US, they're really creative and very assertive and do amazing things, right? NVIDIA, Jensen Huang, he's Taiwan, Yahoo, he's Taiwan, and there's so many amazing companies started by Hong Kong students as well. So what is it? And so I believe, back then we already had the belief that you need not just a single degree, but a multidiscipline. And we believe technology and business are both important. About year 2000, I met the CTO of HSBC in the US. He's the global CTO. And then he introduced himself and the company and said, HSBC, we're just a technology and marketing company. Oh, by the way, we deliver banking and financial services, right? Leading firms have to be good in technology and business. Look at Amazon. Where did they start? Selling books. What are they today? They are a bank. They are a credit card. They are insurance. They are a cloud services, AI, everything, right? Alibaba, Alipay, same thing. Jack Ma didn't know nothing. He didn't even know how to click the internet, but he knew it was important. Alibaba is also a tech company, and they do everything, and they're everywhere, okay? So if you have a broad-based education on top of it, you can do anything, and that's what we wanted to create. Technology and business. This is combination are going to give your children and you youngsters here, you are going to have unfair advantage in the marketplace. The pictures right here, these students here, they are real. They are our graduates, okay? Do you notice anything? There's a brother, there are 2 brothers here, an older one who brought his younger brother here. 見唔見到有啲似啊？哥弟帶細佬入嚟 ，OK？ 我廣東話麻麻地，所以我用英文講 ，I'm sorry。沒問題嘅。We have at least 5 pairs of brother sisters in this program. She's one of them. Her older brother dragged her in. We also have couples that married, husband and wives. So smart people like to hang out with smart people, and also they like to share the best with their family. So dual degree, what are your choices in the degrees that you can study? Crazy numbers, okay? It's this combination, 6 choices of business, 13, going to be 14 by September next year for youngsters here. And that means our program officers have a very tough life. Chris right here has to manage 6 times 14. What's that number? Huge number, right? They have to manage that many combinations. But it means you have the freedom to choose and pursue whatever you love to do. So you do that in 5 years. What is the right major? Students often ask me. It depends. Whatever you love to do, and you will do the best you can and enjoy it. What other people complain as hard work is no longer hard work because you love it. So what is it that you love to do? It's up to you. And as later on I will show you, it doesn't really matter. You look at the students we have, what major they study and where they ended up. Not always is there a one-to-one correspondence. Because, why? Want to guess why? Because long time ago, what you study in school is enough to last you for 20 years. Nowadays, what you study in school is going to be out of date in no time. So our plan is to teach you, learn how to learn. That's what we train the students to do, because constantly you have to continue to learn. And therefore, as long as you learn how to learn, and you have a broad foundation, you can be very successful. But as of last year, 2/3 were computer science and 2/3 on the other side finance, econ. Because today, Hong Kong's leading industries are banking and finance. But Hong Kong becoming more diversified. So other majors, who knows, you can build a startup in anything as long as you know and love it. What about students? Our students, it's amazing how creative and driven students who really want this type of education, they find us from crazy parts of the world. We have students from Russia, from Morocco, and then these students know exactly what's T&M DDP, right? They know one day they want to do amazing things. They want an education that prepares them for that type of leadership position. We're about the only one. There's one other one that's UPenn in the U.S., and they are very expensive and very difficult to get in. And we're very friendly. Each class is 45 students, so you get amazing support from the staff and faculty. So like the 2024 intake, that's 55 students right there. Some came in year 1, some came in year 2. 1/3 are non-local. So coming to this program is like going to international university. So this picture here, this is our secret sauce. This is how we produce amazing students. So if you are a cook, right, this is the metaphor of a cook. You want to cook great dish, what do? You need good ingredients, right? So we take the best students from around the world. Students who can handle this type of demand, studying a little bit harder, who enjoy studying, and you study 2 degrees of classes, and you take my classes. These DDP's 2-degree classes, a lot of them were designed by me. I won't tell you how old I am, but I am a grandmother. I take my many years of experience and build them into the class. So students will learn these techniques for how to excel in the market. And in the end, we produce entrepreneurs, executives. Our program is not that old. We have students in senior VP, executive level, and iBankers, private equity, you name it. So how would you describe this program in 5 years? I would say it's like a slow marathon. Okay, our students do party, they have a good time, but they're constantly making progress. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit more about the 5-year journey. 5-year journey have some we call enrichment, 0 credit things. We develop your soft skills, right? I was a consultant. Consultants, if you're not billing, you are in the classroom being trained. We take those consultant level training and put them in here, including high impact with a camera, videotape, how you stand in and present, including mock interview with alumni. We used to hire professional people to do mock interview with the students. We stopped doing that because we found out doulers, our students who just graduated and went through and succeeded and got to Goldman, got to McKinsey, they are better than the professional people I hire. So we use our graduates to do mock interview. We do assessment center. Then this is the one. These TMG courses here are the ones I'm going to focus some time to explain. About engineering and business classes, you can find out they're the same as everybody else. Our students, you take classes with your single degree friends, and then you take 2-degree classes. Okay, so TEMG are the course series offered by this program, standing for Tech and Management. So 3950 is a required foundational course where students learn how to solve problems like a consultant using case analysis, MISI framework. You also learn how to develop a product. So in other programs, students do that do half of this in 1 semester. we do both in one semester. So this is the kind of pace as DDP students. Not enough challenge, they get bored. They're really smart. Then they're ready for 4950, where we consult and for a big client. This class I've offered for 12 years is really popular now. So I have JP Morgan, UBS, Arab, Google, and Meta. They come every 2 years. They take turn. They have to fight for a chance. And we're working with different business units to solve the leading problem, a current problem they're currently facing. Sometimes we do a prototype, sometimes we do a strategy paper, sometimes we do both. And then 4970, this is a flagship. Limited spaces is where we travel. We go to another country when we do a startup business plan. We call it International Business Plan Competition, IBBC for short. So let me tell you a little bit more. So this is an example of the type of soft skills. So every year, there is a soft skills training program. Not cheap, but since we don't have that many students, we can afford it. We hire professionals. So for example, 2-day, 2-night survival camp here, the first item here. And there's a picture. There are 2 pictures here, right? You're a high school student, come to UST, you don't know anybody, no friends, kind of scared. Guess what? I throw you into Saigon, Tai Long Wan, Long Kei Wan. You have to survive. You have to go build a tent, sleep on the beach. And if you go through a life and death journey together, you will have some super friends to stay with you for the rest of the 5 years. Okay. A lot of these programs here, other programs have copied, but we're still different. I think we're still quite unique. So for example, this one right here. For the final year students, last year, we polished them up before we send them off to go to the real world with a business etiquette workshop. What's a business etiquette workshop? It's not just knowing when you use the silverware you take from the outside in. We also do wine pairing. 白酒要襯咩餸啊？紅酒要襯咩餸啊？ Sauvignon Blanc 點讀啊？ Italian, French, New World, Old World wine. You know what? We do this because when you go to the top firms for interview, I think some companies call it a super day. It's a 1 day of interview. In the middle, they're very sneaky. They sneak in the lunch. They are scoring you. Yeah. So not everybody was born with a silver spoon. You never, attended this type of lunch with your daddy and mommy. So we want to give all students a fair opportunity. We will polish you up and get you ready so you don't pronounce it wrong, the wines. Okay, so there we have a lot of really soft skills, but it's continuous every year, nonstop. And also we require the students, every semester, you must have business class and engineering class. There are other dual degree programs out there who try to copy us. They don't do that. It's 4 years of engineering and 1 year of business. You know what? That doesn't work. Because 4 years later, you're an engineer. I'm sorry. Your mindset is an engineer. We send you got to parallel develop, just like ambidextrous, right? You want both hands to work, the business hand, the engineering hand, you got to develop it together, as well as the TMG classes we'll show in a second, where we integrate that, we throw it together in the same project. So in addition, our students know the faculty, and the faculty know our students by name, because we only take in 45, right, or so, around there. We want to make sure everybody's doing okay, so every year we'll check up on you, check up on your kids. Are they healthy, mentally, physically, academically, emotionally, okay? I try not to get into the boyfriend-girlfriend problem, but but we care about our students. And it's not that the other programs don't, because we are small, and if we're small, we can afford to do this. All right, I mentioned this 3950 foundational class. We cover tools that MBAs teach, such as Blue Ocean Strategy, Design Thinking, MISI frameworks, which are consultative problem-solving tools. If you know how to solve a problem using consulting tools in year 1, year 2, and I keep drilling you on how to use it to solve problems in 4950, you know what? By the time year 5, you're ready. You're smart, okay? And product innovation as well. So there are two halves. Product innovation for Professor Chimmy, and then I do the case analysis in second half. Other people cover 3 cases in 1 semester. In 6 weeks, I cover 4 cases. Okay, then I mentioned this consulting class. This is one of the funnest things that we do. And we open some seats for the single degree students. Okay, so this one is cool because our students are smart and they are creative and they have the problem-solving tools. Guess what? JP Morgan, UBS, Arab, and View is KCCW's, the streaming, the Netflix of China, of Hong Kong. We use Llama 3, LLM, Large Language Model, ChatGPT, plus RAG. Okay, these are terrible acronyms. But what it means is we use the leading edge tools to solve leading edge new problems. So it's really fun. And we have students who take this class once a year or sometimes twice a year. There's an award. Those who take it 6 times, they get a scholarship. And we have crazy students who do it because they know it's high value. When they have classes like this on their CV, it's really impressive. They go into an interview. The interviewer does nothing except talk about these classes because they want to learn. Another one, this is an example. We did facade inspection. Here's a picture of it on the top. Facade means exterior. We inspect the tall buildings for water leaks. And those of you who are in construction, you know water leak is a pain in the butt. It's really difficult to solve. So students try to solve it, and they solved it so well that on the spot, 2 top teams were hired, 10 internships were offered on the spot. And here's the CEO, Arab. So our students get to meet executives very early on. Here's another one, Bayer. The chemical Bayer aspirin, they also have chemicals. Japan, the head of Japan, the managing director, Japan has a problem of young people don't want to do farming. Obviously, who wants to do farming? It's hot, it's no fun. But if you use computerized and robots, guess what? You're indoors in a computer room. So that's the future of farming. So we did not go to Japan. This was during COVID. So we used Zoom and we solved a problem for Bayer Japan. And again, on the spot, students were offered internship. 5 graduate management training jobs were offered. And by the way, this project was brought on by a student, and the sponsor was his dad. So the father loved this program so much, he wanted to give back to our program by sponsoring and also hiring our students. Here's another one, UBS. UBS comes back and started, they were one of the early repeating clients. In 2017, we were already playing with blockchain. Okay, so machine learning, whatever, we've been playing it since a long time ago. And I love these classes because I get to find out what's happening in the industry, and it keeps me, in touch with what's going on. So it's really fun for me. So here's another one, another project where we use machine learning to predict credit rating, which is highly correlated with bond price. So 2 internships were offered, and now one of the students from this class is going to join the sponsor as a full-time person and doing bond pricing and purchases and selling strategies. So that's consulting, solving problems for real clients. Because nowadays it's very difficult to get internship. And so through these classes, this is basically an instructor leading students to solve a problem like an internship, except we do it as a group and I teach the students. So that's why the hiring companies love it, because I teach them better so that when they hire them, they're ready to plump. I mentioned there's one other flagship class, which is 4970 IBPC, Startup Business Competition. Because one of the things we realized is that if you join a leading firm, you're going to be working with colleagues from around the world. And working with people with different cultures, their theories, as explains, it's not easy. It's very, very difficult. Right? There's research to show that a lot of expats, when they are sent abroad because of cultural reasons, they fail miserably. And so we wanted to teach our students very young, very early on, how to deal with cultural differences. So in 10 days, they are thrown into a team with students from KAUST, that's King Abdullah, University of Santa Naji, that's Saudi Arabia. Bayreuth, that's German. Illinois, that's Chicago, University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign. These are our partners for many years, really good friends, personal friends, because these faculty have the same value as us. They also created T&M type of programs in their university. So these are, birds of the same feather. We have similar passions. We teach each other's kids. These classes are 48 students, 12 from each school. We don't kill each other school against school. No, every team has students from every country, and we throw them together. And it's really exciting. So we take turns. When it's your turn to host, everybody fly there. And so for me, my perk for being an instructor is I get to fly and go to different countries. And so everybody has a lot of fun. Every time it's a different topic. And one student summarized it really well. He says, I get it. To excel, you know what? I would love to be precise like a German. I like to be assertive like an American. I like to be chill like a Brazilian. And I like to be efficient like a Hong Kong person. So our students know what to watch out for once they go into a company or they become a researcher and do global collaboration. Okay, this picture is one of my favorite. Brazil's level 1 whitewater rafting. This is us in U.S., San Francisco Bay last time visiting Tesla. So our students also get to travel. A long time ago, we went to Africa, and one of the parents was really cute, brought the kid to the airport and said, Professor Betty, make sure my kid is safe, you're bringing him to Africa. And then when we got there, we didn't realize Africa is the same as America. It's really cool. Anyway, so this is what DDP is. We have a student to share with her experience with you. So let me go quickly. We have achieved the goal that we set out in 2003, which is to prepare students for the 21st century. We have students that are really successful here. 2024, the batch. Bruce is at QRT, a hedge fund, quantitative research. Andrew is at Goldman Sachs doing derivatives and trading. Robin is at ByteDance doing analysis, looking at social media, TikTok. Akshay, this is very rare. His MBA at UCLA was full scholarship. No scholarship. MBAs don't pay scholarship. He's really unique. He's now working in LA as a investment person. One thing I really want you to notice is Caitlin. These two ladies here, they study industrial engineering. Industrial engineering. Guess what? She is now a private equity person in London. She did her MBA at UPenn, did McKinsey, then MBA, and now she's in private equity. With IE, okay, industrial engineering. Camry, she also did industrial engineering. From JP Morgan, doing projects, managing stuff. She learned about banking. She then went and got a law degree from Hong Kong U. And today she's a legal counsel, head of legal, helping a law firm that does help companies do IPO. So did EE prepare her for a legal counsel? No, but we did prepare her with how to learn and how to pursue and how to persist. Okay, so yes, this one, Swan, she's a chemical engineer. She is a senior vice president of an Allianz company in Switzerland. She attended Davos in 2002. For those of you who know, World Economic Forum, the same group that Mark Zuckerberg in the Young Global Leaders Forum. Shan, she's the Hong Kong IE engineer #1 in 2021. Amazing students, startup entrepreneurs. These two guys, they have the #1 chatbot in Hong Kong, empowering a lot of government websites, 40 clients. I'm one of the clients, Jeff Chen, also a startup. So Is it about salaries? No, it's not just about salaries. I believe DDP students, they have the attributes, that mindset, the caliber to excel in whatever field they go into. They have a choice. Today, banking market may be doing poorly, another market is doing well. Students need that flexibility to go from any industry to any industry. Okay, so I believe that's what we have done here with this program, to equip students to pursue their passion with a broad-based education. Okay, career prospects, of course, lots of banks, lots of engineering, consulting, top firms. These students have a choice and with multiple job offers. All right, so how do you apply? First step, how do you take the first step? Yes, JUPAS code 5901, okay? Sign up for this one. You do need English, math, and some physics, bio, chem stuff because engineering school requires it, okay? It's on the website. If you have further questions on logistics, on how to count, there's a calculator on the HKUST website as well. So these are some of the past phenomenons. Every year is different, but I would advise you that you must put DDP in band A. That means the top 3. We must be one of your top choices because we have so many applicants. We won't even interview those who are put us in band B. Okay, so it is tough to get in, but at least get a chance for interview. All right, and also you can rank all your options. Put the tough ones on the top. The easy ones for sure that you're gonna get, put them as fallback. So the top ones, at least put them on the top, and if you don't get selected, didn't make the cutoff, then these are your secure options, okay? Alternatively, you don't know if you want to go for it yet, or you didn't get in the first year, you can try again in year 2. And in year 2, or at the end of year 1, we have something called the major selection exercise. Then you can declare a major selection at the end of year 1 using your grades only, okay? And I think that's it. All right, so follow us, and next I'll bring on Chloe to tell you the truth from a student's perspective.
Thank you. So, hello everyone, my name is Chloe, and I'm a year 5 student majoring in civil engineering and also business management. And I also have a minor in smart city because I just like it. So, I'll tell you about how I get into DDP. So, actually I didn't get in after JUPAS, so I go through DSE because I don't really know what I'm going to do in university. So to be frank, every one of you, I'm not 100% sure that you would know what you're going to do like for the rest of your life, right? So neither did I. So I went into SPM, the School of Business Business School, and then I finished my year 1 there. And I decided that, okay, I want something more than business. So business is a lot about soft skills. So I don't want that I only learn a bit more soft skills in my university life. And I just came across a very interesting common core about civil engineering and said, ooh, it's interesting. And then I just applied for DDP and I got it. And that's why in year 2, I was in civil engineering and also a BPA, and therefore I declared my business major as management because I think it would go well with my civil engineering major. So actually, what did I do? So these are all admission stuff you can hear anywhere, anytime. So my life is like this. This is my class schedule. You can take a look. It's around 20 credits. So 20 credits for all of the high schoolers here. It's like 3 credits is a course, so around 6 to 7 courses. You can see that I still have quite a lot of time, in the morning, and also I can sometimes have half day free day off. So I also have time actually to play other stuff and also live in hall by myself so I can enjoy my life. And yeah, it's a lot of studying. But then it's also more than studying. So what do I do otherwise? So I live in hall, so you can see this as a photo I took yesterday. This is Hall 9 and it's really great, and I think that every student should enjoy the scenery that UST can give us. And also I do internships. So internships are when you go into a company for like 2 months in the summer so that you can learn about the industry and also gain some work experience. And other than that, I actually have the time to join the volleyball club. So because I like playing volleyball and I just want to meet more friends in USD. So you can see it's not all about studying, but it's also about balancing our university life and also having an academic achievement. So about DDP experience, so here is we are in DDP. So there are a lot of exclusive experience that I think every one of DDP students will enjoy the most. So I started with 3950, so everyone has to start with 3950. So we're learning case analysis and also product design. And I thought it was a very big workload, and I didn't like that. But it was actually very, very useful basic skills that I've learned. So I have an interview from IBM, and actually the IBM person asked me about how to solve the problem. And I just remember before the interview that Professor Betty saying, it's a Zoom interview, just take your cheat sheet and put it under the camera, no one would know. So I just put it there. And then when the interviewer asked me some questions, I was flipping the cheat sheet and I found the area that I need. And then I used that outline to answer the question. And the interviewer said, wow, you're so trained and so structured. Okay, I'll give you the offer. And I received the offer. Although I turned it down later on because I have a better offer up next. But it was really useful. I didn't expect this from a very business course. And next, I have the TMG 4950. It's my first 4950, and I was working with Transport Department to solve the problem of traffic congestions in Hong Kong. So it was actually my first time to be in a client setting, to be in a real world setting. And it was quite shocked because when you're in lesson, professor asks you a question, you expect to find the answer on the lecture notes and stuff. But then the client came to me and said, okay, what do you think my question is? And I said, wow, this guy come to me, and then he didn't know the problem. And well, yes, a lot of times in real world, you don't know what problems you're solving, but you know you have a problem. So it is all about the challenge, how to solve the problem, even though you're not exactly sure what to solve in the beginning. And also it's about presentation, a lot about talking to clients that I can learn. And I take e-learning, and I did it again. It was a lot of torture for the 4950 courses, but I actually learned from my experience, and I made a proposal for Arup, which they found very interesting, and they invited us to do an internship in Arup because they just liked the idea. And I actually did the prototype, and they were using it now in Arup. So I'm quite happy about this. And I promised myself, no, I'll never do TMG again because it's a lot of torture and I'm tired. And I did it again. I did it as a TA because Professor Betty invited me to see if I want to help with the younger students, and I said, yeah, why not? Because I can teach them what I had been learning from these two experiences, and also I can actually consolidate my learning because I'm trying to contribute back to the youngsters, and they always have some questions that I didn't expect they will ask me, and it gives me a lot of time to reflect. And then it's after the pandemic. So I heard that there was like an IPPC in Germany. I said, wow, I've never been to Europe. Let me go there. And then it was actually the most unforgettable one. It's not about all the work and all the stuff because Hong Kong people, DDP students, we're so good at working. We can finish everything ourselves in one night. But then it was not about the work that was so challenging. It was about the cross-cultural stuff. So I always talk to like non-local people and always play with them. So it's fine for me for the local differences. But then when I worked there, wow, I didn't expect the Germans would say, okay, we don't work after 6 p.m. Okay, let's have a beer. And then I'll say, deadline is 10 o'clock and we haven't done anything. I said, he just said, chill. Let's have a beer first. We can't have a beer. We can't have a dinner without beer. So, okay, I was shocked. But then I had to learn about the cultural differences and see how to motivate different people. And also I lived with an American girl. So we actually have very different living styles, and I actually have to bear with her for a week. But then I actually also learned about how she managed to chill and how she managed to express herself. Because yes, from Professor Betty, like American students are really good at making people listen what they want to say. But then for Hong Kong students, we're a bit more shy, a bit more timid. So it's actually a very great learning, most unforgettable in my university life. And then I say no more to TMGs, right? And I came again because the topic was so interesting. It was about advanced air mobility. Oh yes, by the way, we have an eVTOL workshop that is about this project, and we can let all of you to have a taste of the project. So it was about advanced air mobility, a new technology, and I was like, wow, I must go, and I joined again. So this is my DDP experience, and to wrap it up in one sentence, I would say fruitful. Most useful course in UST. Okay, don't tell my other professors or else they'll be mad. So, yes, I learned a lot about real-world businesses, real-world acumen, and how to solve a problem real-world. And originally I thought, okay, maybe this time I was lucky because I can solve this problem. But then gradually I realized that it's a skill that I can use for every problem afterwards. So prep for being in DDP. So the IBPC, I think, is a DDP exclusive event. So if you are joining DDP, then you can go IBPC and go traveling for a course and for a credit. And I even got scholarship, so the trip for me is a free trip to Germany. So we also have a lot of DDP events, the survival camps, annual gathering, all these stuff. And we get to know a lot of people across our cohort, not only from our cohort, but younger than us, older than us. We learn from them, talk to them. And also some AIS events, so going to Disneyland, roller and indoor board game, all of these you can name. But a lot of people ask me, so you're year 5 now, so in looking back, do you regret the choice? Because a lot of people say, okay, when I go out into the working place, I'll only either choose engineering or choose business. Wouldn't I waste something? Well, I say it will never be a waste, because first, in DDP, I gained a lot of network. So this girl here, she is a senior, but then I became good friends with her, and she actually taught me a lot of stuff. And also, for the business side, for example, if I go to the engineering side, I actually learn a lot of soft skills. I learn how to talk, I learn how to speak, I learn how to think critically and analytically. All of these stuff, if you don't learn by doing, just like the DDP courses, you only learn by lecture, you never know how to use them. And you never know how much you understand about what you have learned. And also, it's actually about the learning mindset. So looking back for all the DDP, all the TMG series that I've taken, every one of them have a different topic. And I came in there with no knowledge about that topic. But then I came out of that, and then I can say, okay, I'm a half domain expert, because you can just shoot me any questions about that domain, and I'm sure that I can answer you. So it's a learning mindset that I've learned, and also about how to solve a problem. So this is actually a civil lab. There was a problem that they don't know how to make the sample so that the accuracy and the successful rate is higher. And I say, okay, let me think. And I actually think of a new way for them, which proves that I can actually do problem solving not only from business cases, but also for like daily tasks and small tasks like this. So, any tips to join DDP? Yes. First, you need time management, because you'll be so curious and you have so many things on your plate that you need to manage your time as well, so that you can fit your interests, your academic performances, and all the other extracurricular activities on the plate. And also, you need to find your own aspiration. So everyone has different aspirations. It might not be a permanent one, but you need to find an aspiration why you need DDP. And also, you need to embrace challenges, because from daily activities to like taking the TMG courses, everything you'll be touching on something new, something that you never learned. But you need to be not afraid of all of these, and to take on the challenge so that you can really learn and really grow and take something away. And finally, you need to be curious. So you need to be curious about everything around the world, so that you'll be motivated enough to learn and to improve yourselves. So as the old saying goes, stay hungry, stay foolish. So I hope everyone good luck, and I hope to see you joining a DDP society. So now will be the Q&A session. So feel free to ask us questions. If you have questions about different admission pathway, you can find these respective students. Or if you have general admission questions, you can find Professor Betty or our staff, Chris. Thank you.